The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Down. 180.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Danny. Jim.
29.
Mike 5-4.
Carr now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
6:37.
Now Carr. Now this will be caught. Tyrell Williams. Well, they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yep.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Well, it was third down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Now Carr to try again after the pick six. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for third down. From the gun, it's Carr. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 21 yards there on third down. Carr now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Mike 54. Down to lose one.
Throwing his car on third down. It's Williams on the catch. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back in. Inside the 20.
These guys take over first and 10 at the 18-yard line. Here we go. Wait, 80! White.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's at the cornerback position.
On second down, a run with Breida. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me. 13.
Do that tight right there. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Go ahead.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. And his kick is good. And that will make it 10-0 here in the first. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
You ready?
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Kennedy. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun, Kennedy got his man complete over the middle. It's Jacobs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. From the gun, Kennedy. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? Well, I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Jacobs now. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Here's Jacobs. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
2nd and 2. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. It's their quarterback. His first touchdown on the year as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one, too.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Here we go. 180.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 36. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Garoppolo gives to Breda, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And this one is right down the middle. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers? It's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun. Kennedy is going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this.
Here we go, here we
The
go, here we go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distance.
Oh, now Breda loses it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
What we got? What we got? What we got? 49, check 49.
Hey, alert! Alert! Alert!
58, boy, 58.
Now here's Goodwin with it on a jet sweep. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Here we go.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
12, fellas, here we go.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, 81 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. I love watching Goodwin play. Of course, everybody knows the story of him being an Olympian. He's a long jumper, right?
Yes.
But you know that he has that athleticism, that big playability.
He certainly does. And not only was he an Olympian as a long jumper, married to a sprinter. How about that for speed in one family? And I love his end zone celebrations now. When he does go deep and beat someone for a touchdown, now he does the long jump as his celebration. Pretty cool deal.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 47-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Kennedy. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 36. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Kennedy. This will be caught by Brown. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
15 more yards.
You ain't going nowhere.
Off the play fake. Kennedy. And he's got it. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Go. Let's go.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Watch the ship.
21.
He's crazy. He's checking.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
And the 49er first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Pick up the ball. Hatchet.
21.
Check 99.
On first down, here's Breida. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Here we go. I got it.
Watch twist.
11. 11.
Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Keep playing.
It's a game. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
Check the out.
This is Breida. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And this one is right through. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. It's the 4-yard deep. And he'll get it. Yard line just across the 25.
Here we go, here we
The
go, here we go.
49er offense set to get this drive.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they'll go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that.
65, 65.
They run with Breida. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Hey, alert! 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 Lock! Lock! Lock!
From the 44, Garoppolo. Open man, here is Hamilton. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Here we go, here we go,
So
here we go.
a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Get that quarterback!
That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
21, 21. Here we go.
Hey, watch it, watch it. Check, check.
12, 12.
Twin. Watch the twin.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. With touchdown number 7 on the year.
Now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because
no going for 2. They'll kick the point after. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
they were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. To start the half.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Kennedy. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
54 Mike. I got one. Hey, check 24.
From the gun, Kennedy. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. The open man here, Renfro. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
This quarterback now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 49-yard line.
Off play action. Kennedy. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Check Mike 54.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Jacobs, and taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4.
To throw on 2nd down. Kennedy. Fights loose. And nothing but daylight ahead. 30. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford...
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Back to throw. Kennedy. Got him in. It's Brown. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play that time for the Raiders. 42 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. On 2nd down, Richard. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. 2 yards and able to get the 1st down in the process.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
Throwing on 1st down. Kennedy. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. 2nd and 15. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the 1st down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Looking to throw. Kennedy. And it's hauled in by Nelson. Touchdown Raiders. J.J. Nelson. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders get a score closer. Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2. Back to throw again. Rush coming, and he's taken down. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, we try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line. Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
13 yards there and a 9.
Still rumbling.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Two.
Now it's Breida. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. He's turning in a heck of a game. He's creeping up towards 200 yards, a pair of touchdowns now to go along with it.
There's so many things we can talk about in his game because we're seeing it all from him, but I love his vision. He's seeing the holes develop. He's seeing holes develop before they actually open. He's making sure he's getting to the right places, very decisive in his cuts, but his vision has been the key to all these big runs in this game.
And on that last long run, we got a pretty good look at his speed as well. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Three butts.
On 1st and 10, Kennedy. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Back to throw. Kennedy got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On first down, Kennedy. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Hauling it in, Nelson. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. No chance. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. No, no, no.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Kennedy. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 14. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. Accelerating, and off he goes. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? To go get it.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Check hot route.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. Always got some breathing room. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing too.
Oh, she's at least...
She's on like the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left scales way behind, but he's just saying something about turning out the lights. the party was over.
Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. This next drive.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Nice hit, boy.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
23 yards, the final tally. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on third.
Let's go.
Looking to throw. Kennedy. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. On fourth down, Kennedy, and able to complete it to Moreau. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Throwing on first down, Kennedy. He completes it to Nelson. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. On 1st and 10, Kennedy. Now this will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 2nd and 5. Now the ball comes loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Like 80! All day, baby, all day. Say hut!
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the 49ers, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Oakland, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.